Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another edition of the Oklahoma City Sports Network. As you can tell, Elliot, ladies and gentlemen, we're currently in a temporary new location with the new move here to the Oklahoma Stadium. The new location for the set of the Oklahoma City Sports Network still currently under construction, so temporary. This is what we got going right now. But as you can tell, I'm the Cowboy Crab. Unfortunately, Brian not able to make it for this episode, so it will just be me for this episode. But we got a very, very good episode here of the Oklahoma City Sports Network. We got our off-season recap and our Week 1 preview here tonight at home. The first Oklahoma Twisters game here in Oklahoma Stadium should be an exciting one. But first, let's talk about the off-season preview. We got a look at our current Week 1 starting roster, and I gotta say, this roster is giving me. It's making me feel like Season 35 all over again with just some of the names we got on there from that Season 35 roster. Of course, you got the return of Bailey making his return from suspension. You got the dangerous receiving duo of Samuel and making his Twisters return, Caribbean, and aka Cody, or as I call him, Carabine. And then that wide receiver 3 and 4, you got Hoob and Gimme, both very good receivers in their own way. Clemsta and Gohan at tight end and JJ Vick at center. You got a very solid offense, to say the least. Lots of talent and lots of guys who can definitely make plays. Obviously, your big names are Bailey, Samuel, and I'd say a Caribbean. Your probably your big three on offense, and then when you look at defense, you got Samuel at free safety. Your deep cornerbacks are Caribbean and Gimme. Your short cornerbacks being Hoob and Bailey. Clemsta being your middle linebacker, and your defensive ends being Gohan and JJ Vick. So, I mean, this is just a very solid lineup. There's no really complaints looking at for Week 1. Of course, you can only go off what you see in Week 1, but I've seen these guys play before, and I got no doubt about their talents. This is going to be a very good game here tonight. We open with a division rivalry matchup against the Mexico City Aztecs. Always an interesting game with the Aztecs. You never know what you're going to get with them, but their starting quarterback for the Aztecs, from what I've got the information from, their starting quarterback will be Trixta Unta. Led the Snowhawks coming to the Aztecs, but let me just check something in the OFL server. That message was a little bit before, but based off the suspensions, however, Trixtana is suspended until Season 39 Week 1. So I'm not sure which information is right. One information is coming from Parker, the other from the OFL suspension server, so not 100% sure which one is right. So you could be seeing either way here tonight. But we also had the OFL draft happen, and with the Twisters' first round pick, we selected Jalen Edison, I think is how you say the name, with our 14th overall pick, wide receiver from Seattle. I'm not familiar with OCFA teams, so I'm not sure what that team is, but yeah, we'd like to welcome him to the Twisters organization. We hope he will do well here in the future here for the Twisters. But of course, we got our schedule to go over real quick. We'll just quickly go over that. We got our Week 1 home opener here tonight against the Aztecs. We'll be going on the road next week to face the Warriors. Weeks 3 and 4, we come back home. Week 3 is the Toros. Week 4, our Victory Bowl 35 rematch with the Atlanta Phoenix, a very different Phoenix team from then till now. We go back to our go back on the road one more time to face off against the Red Cliff Raiders in a rematch from last season's Week 1 opener. Definitely want to get revenge back from that game. And of course, Week 6, it's the Red River rivalry game with the Blue Steel City Vikings. Now, I don't mean to be that guy, but if the Vikings are going to be talking trash, they got to remember that they currently do not have a win over us in the Red River rivalry and in all-time history. That might be the same thing. I don't know if we played them in before the rivalry was established, but yeah, they currently do not have a win over us. The season 35 game by far probably being the best of those 4 matchups, being the initial Red River rivalry game, the winner to get the Plains division spot and potentially could have been the number 1 overall seed. But yeah, so just a quick reminder for the Vikings that till you get a win on us, we kind of own you. Not like the Packers and the Bears bad, because that's been going on for like 20-something years. I can say this, by the way, because Brian isn't here. And I'm going to be honest, he might be agreeing with me with the way his team's performing. But yeah, we also got our week 1 matchup talking tonight. Twisters, Aztecs. I think I'm going to go with the Twisters getting the win here tonight. I think that's a safe assumption to make. We got our home opener. We got Bailey coming back from suspension. I think this team is feeling confident in our abilities to win our week 1 game, and with the being a divisional rivalry game, and we're definitely wanting to make good first impressions on season 38. I think I'll give a final score of 56-42 Twisters with the win here tonight. A high-scoring affair here, but the Twisters getting the win here tonight. And folks, I think that is where I'm going to wrap up this episode of the Oklahoma City Sports Network. A little bit of a shorter one, but without a co-host, you can't really drag things along. But that is where we will end it here for you, folks. Representing the Oklahoma City Sports Network, I am the Cowboy Crab, saying so long, everybody.